All right, boys and girls, this is Module 3, Lesson 3. I want to talk to you about your learning target. I can add fractions with unlike units by creating equivalent fractions. The first thing is I want you to go ahead and write the lesson and the date in your journal and write down your 3 vocabulary words: numerator, denominator, and equivalent fractions. We can see that our numerator, if we look at our example, is in the fraction 1/2. The 1 is our numerator. The 2 is our denominator. Okay? If we look at equivalent fractions, we can say that 1/2 is equivalent to 4/8. That means that they both mean the same thing. 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. They both also mean the same thing. So equivalent fractions is our main vocabulary word for today, but remember numerator and denominator when you refer to the fractions. I want you at the very end of class come back and look at your proficiency score right here of 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I want you to mark where you think your learning is today. All right, let's go on to the next slide, and I want you to take some notes. Be sure to pause when that's appropriate. I made you a video, equivalent fractions video, and you're going to need your 2 equal 4.5 inch by 4.5 inch paper, 2 of them, and I want you to follow step by step this instructional video. Okay? When you watch this video, you will end up with these 2 fractions looking like this, and you're going to change your equivalent fractions of 1/2 to 4/8 and 1/4 to 2/8. So here you go. Take some notes and follow along and pause when necessary. Here is your quick 4-minute and 26-second video. Okay, boys and girls, you're going to take 2 pieces of paper, 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and you're going to create equivalent fractions. Our first fraction we're going to work with is 1/2. So I want to take your paper, and I want you to go ahead and fold it in half. Okay, so you've got a half now, and you can see that this represents 1/2, and this side represents 1/2. You've got a half right here. I want you to take your other paper, and I want you to, instead of folding vertically, I want you to fold horizontally, and you're going to create fourths. So you're going to fold it in half. And what do you guys call this? Hot dog way? I prefer tofu dog way. Fold it in half horizontally, and then I want you to fold it in half one more time so you can create fourths. Okay? When you open it up, you can see that your half became fourths by folding it 2 times. Now we have 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. We're going to now take our paper, and we can see that our half and our 1/4 need to be made into equivalent fractions. So we're going to create eighths out of both of them. Watch this one, what I do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold it from a half. I'm going to fold so that I have a half this way and another. I have now created eighths. I should have 8 pieces. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 eighths all together, making one whole. And if you take a look at our other piece, we are going to also create eighths out of this. We took a half and made eighths, and we're going to take 1/4 or fourths and create eighths. So we're going to fold it back up just the way it was, and we're going to one step fold it 1 time in half, and you see we created eighths with this paper. Okay, and you can see that vertically we have 1/2 as 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, and 4/8. Okay, so our half just became 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. Okay, and you can see over here, and I'm going to use a blue highlighter, and I'm going to go horizontally, and I'm going to show you that our 1/4, our one piece out of 4, became, because we had 1/4 right there, it became also 1/8 here and 1/8 there. If we add it together, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths all together if we added it together. Okay? Again, total, this fraction was a half to begin with, and it became 4/8. This fraction was originally 1/4, because it was 1 out of 4 pieces, and our 1/4 became 2/8. These are equivalent fractions. 1/2 is equal to 4/8, and 1/4 is equal to 2/8. Now I want you to go ahead and try that out yourself with 2 equal 4.5 pieces, 4.5-inch pieces, and do your best work. All right. So go ahead and try that out, and if you need to, be sure to pause. Here is your next slide once you have your 2 pieces and you've tried it out. I want you to transfer that information and I want you to draw 1/2 plus 1/4. Okay, go ahead and take your square, divide it in half on your left side, and go ahead and take your pencil and divide it into fourths on your right side. Okay, so you've got your 1/2 and 1/4. 4 pieces right here, 2 pieces here. I want you to convert to equivalent fractions, just like on that piece of paper. You folded it and created your eighths. I want you to make your eighths over here and create your eighths over here. You've shaded in now a 1/2 4/8. You've shaded in 2/8 with your 2 different highlighters, or just shading in with your pencils. And now you see that you have your fraction of 4/8 plus 2/8, and when you get that answer and add it together, now you know 1/2 plus 1/4, or 4/8 plus 2/8 equals 6/8. Correct? Be sure to circle your answer and move on. I want you to now go ahead and try, and you are welcome to use paper to try 1/3 plus 1/2. Otherwise, go ahead and jump right into your journals and write 1/3 plus 1/2. Fill in, shade 1/3, shade 1/2, horizontally and vertically, and then I want you to go ahead and convert them. Give your total. Once you've done that, look at your final answer. You should have a total of 5, 6. Okay, be sure to shade everything in and check with your teacher. At the very end, after you've done your problem sets, I want you to go back to the beginning of your journals, and I want you to check in. I want you to write down your reflection about today's lesson. I can now. What can you do? I want you to fill it out. Circle either 1, 2, 3, 4 based on your learning. And what can you do now? I can now create what? Equivalent fractions. Finish that sentence. Fantastic. Keep up the hard work. Lesson 3.